All right, good morning. We're going to get this thing started. I'm Chris Miller, and we are super excited to welcome you guys to another Alibi Security Live webinar series. This has been months and months in the making, and we're super excited to talk to everybody on this call about our new solution, which is Alibi Hybrid Cloud. This is our official launch. We're just starting to get the word out there, and this is a key moment for us as we bring together our experts, our team, to talk to you guys about Alibi Hybrid Cloud and ultimately how it can benefit your business. For those who don't know about Alibi, before we dive into Alibi Hybrid Cloud specifically, I think it's important that you guys understand who we are, right? So first and foremost, we specialize in video surveillance, right? We're a value-added provider in that we add a lot to the process. We don't just move boxes. We're always looking for improvements. We're always looking to take product from our manufacturing partners and make it better. We have in-house product managers that help us do that. They've got over 30 years of experience. They're seasoned. They understand what dealers are looking for, what customers are looking for. They're on the cutting edge of the latest technology. And they're always looking at what can we do to make our products better than everybody else's so it benefits you guys as you're out there selling and installing security solutions. In addition to video surveillance, we've got a really great relationship with Infinius Access Control. And then one of the other areas that we're really starting to focus on even more heavily with this webinar is cloud-based security services. We'll talk a little bit about Alibi Cloud DS and that solution that launched about a little over 2 years ago, actually, and what that entails. But more importantly, we'll go deep dive into Alibi Hybrid Cloud and what that means for your business. In addition to the product and solutions, we're also really heavily invested in making sure that we're set up to help you succeed. And that really means business enablement services and support. So, when we talk about sales support, we've got some of the most seasoned and experienced account managers in the industry. We have in-house technical support. That means that they reside in Austin, Texas. There's one tech support guy for every 2 sales guys, right? So we're here to make sure that when you guys are out on service calls, if you guys have questions, we're there to support you quickly to get you the answer you need so you can take care of the customer and move on to the next job. Additionally, we've got some integration capabilities that we don't talk a lot about. We've been talking a lot more about how we make people aware of those services, but we've got an integration center that'll pre-install hard drives. They'll pre-configure recorders and cameras for you guys and gals if you know what you need before you get on site. So if you're interested in kind of pre-configuration or OEM services, let your account manager know, and they'll be happy to answer any questions for you guys, okay? And more importantly, we've been around for 30 years. So we've seen a lot of the changes in the industry, and we've kind of been there and done that as you talk about overcoming obstacles and kind of developing and delivering solutions to help you in your business and ultimately help you guys be successful. So that's a little bit about Alibi Security. Today, this is who we're going to have talking to you guys about Alibi Hybrid Cloud. We got Robbie Thomas, who's our director of sales. He is the frontline resource, talks to our dealer partners every single day, works with them on projects, on quotes, on problems. So he understands the dealer's perspective, and he's going to talk a lot about Hybrid Cloud and why we developed this solution and what it means to your business. And then we've got Bryce Brendan, who's our cloud specialist. So that's his main focus in the organization, is to help you guys understand the solutions we deliver with cloud, right? And help you guys get up and get running with those and make sure you're delivering those solutions to your customers in the best way possible. Cool. So just from a meeting logistics perspective, we're super excited to have everybody on. If you guys have questions, please use the Q&A feature in Zoom, right? That's where we're going to be looking. I've got this thing pulled up. Robbie's going to help answer some of the questions that pop up, but use the Q&A feature. That'll help us kind of filter all the questions through one queue, and we'll try to address those along the way. We may save some of them until the end, but we're going to be covering a lot of ground. So hopefully any questions that you guys and gals have, we'll be able to answer along the way, okay? Other than that, we'll dive in and get started. So As a director of marketing, I've been here, I'm kind of a newbie with the company. I've been here 4 years. So most everybody's been here 7, 8, 12, 15 years. And just in the time that I've been here, there's been a lot of great video security advancements, right? When we look at technology and the development, camera resolution, I think when I started, 4 megapixel cameras was kind of the top end resolution that we were delivering on a regular basis. And quickly, we've moved into 4K Ultra HD resolution, right? So there's been tons of advancements on cameras. Channel counts, right? You've seen channel counts continue to scale up. We carry some really robust enterprise level 128 channel recorders. And then there's obviously in the industry, the VMS side of things, and it handles way more than that, right? So channel counts have gone up. Storage capacity, we're at up to 18 terabyte hard drives now. So when you talk about being able to deliver the right storage solution, there's been tremendous development on storage as well. Recorder technology, being able to power cameras and edge devices from the recorder with built-in PoE has been a major triumph in the industry, right? It just makes it easier, especially with long-range PoE. Then optics. Optics have been a big evolution over the last couple of years. Starlight chipsets are absolutely one of the things that our product managers love, right? I would say probably 70 to 75% of all of our cameras have Starlight chipsets in them because we believe that they're a real differentiator and they're a high performance chipset, right? That didn't exist, 5, 6 years ago. And now it's kind of, at least for us, because we've heard from our dealer partners, it's a standard component of most of our cameras, right? Because of the performance delivers and being able to give your customer color, video, and low light, right? And then what came out in the last couple of years, white light LEDs, right? Now, so now you can truly deliver through camera technology, color 24/7, day or night, right? So those are just some of the big advancements that I've seen transpire just in my time at the company. But with Robbie and the sales team being kind of the front end of our interaction with our dealer partners, there's a key thing that just hasn't really been solved really well out there in the marketplace. I'm going to let Robbie talk about that and why we're all here today.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Before I get started, I just really want to say thank you for your time. I know it's very valuable, and I appreciate y'all attending. So over the last 8 or 10 years, as recorders have moved into the IP realm and then things started moving up into the cloud, we've gotten a lot of requests for cloud. And, cloud's kind of an ominous, all-meaning word. We launched Alibi Cloud VS, which is a pure cloud. So it's camera to cloud solution a couple of years ago. And one of the things that we continued to hear from our dealer base is, I love pure camera to cloud, but there's many barriers that I bump into from time to time if I'm selling that. And it could be bandwidth up, it could be monetary price because it's a subscription model, and if you have 32 cameras, sometimes your end user would not necessarily want to pay $300+ a month for for video. So what most of our dealers were asking us is, hey, I'm installing 10, 12, 15 recorders a month on premise, and I really just need to be able to select certain cameras to do cloud backup for a redundant storage. In the past, we tried to tackle this on our Alibi Witness with an extra piece of software, and you would have to map it to Google Drive or OneDrive or Dropbox. It was very kludgy, and by the time we got done explaining how to execute it, it just had no dealer adoption. It was very hard to accomplish and didn't really do what they wanted to do. So this announcement right now is Alibi Hybrid Cloud. So, as we're talking about Alibi Hybrid Cloud, it's not Alibi Cloud VS. Alibi Cloud VS is Alibi cameras going straight to cloud. That's one solution that we've been offering. What Alibi Hybrid Cloud is you're going to continue to install Alibi Witness or Alibi Vigilant recorders, analog or IP, and on customers that want to have cloud backup, you simply go to your portal, you create their site location. It takes about 2 minutes to get them up and running, and you select the cameras that you want to have on the cloud backup, and it'll immediately start streaming those cameras to the cloud. It records those cameras for 6 months on the cloud. It has a light health monitoring to then notify your customer if something was to go down, all while keeping that redundant video for a lot longer than your normal 2 to 4 weeks that you record on hand. So we believe that this really hits the nail on the head for everybody that's been asking for, hey, I'm selling a ton of on-premise recorders. I need to get this to have a cloud backup, and I need it to be super easy and very powerful. Now, one of the things that I didn't mention in that speech right then is we're taking all the motion data packets up to the cloud. We're using a different algorithm that's looking for human and vehicle, and it reduces your motion recording by 95%. It is very, very accurate. It's actually more accurate than just our normal analytics in our cameras. So this is a very robust and scalable solution. Chris, go to the next slide. So how this works, just so you know, I just kind of, you connect to the IP address of the recorder. We're going to demo that in just a second. We've partnered with a cloud company that's helped us do a full integration to the cameras, and then we record those camera clips that you select, or the cameras models that you select, and we record it to the cloud. There's no extra hardware. There's no extra software. You're not changing anything that you do day to day, and it's going to record to it. Chris, go to the next slide. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to Bryce Brendan. He's going to do a live demo. He's going to show you how your portal looks when we create it for you, so you can see how you're going to manage your customers. He's going to show you how quick and easy it is to add a customer. And then we're going to show you some of the recorded video and some of the other benefits. If you have any questions, as Chris mentioned, continue to put them down in the chat. And Bryce, welcome.
Thanks, Robbie. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome. I appreciate your time again. Want to go ahead and just show you kind of the structure that we've got created here. And like Robbie was saying, really the goal of this, on top of the technical benefits, was just to make this as simple as humanly possible. We don't want you having to go learn a whole new operating system by any means to tag this on to the recorders you're already selling. So this is an example of what you as a dealer are going to see when you log in. So it's a very similar process to, like those of you that have done cloud, or if you haven't done cloud, you can kind of create your own flavor and your own hierarchy for your customer base. So let's say, for the sake of this screen, you as the dealer are, Alibi. And then you as the dealer, every customer that you onboard underneath your, dealer portal, you get to then have, multiple locations, multiple boxes underneath those customers as well. So when you're talking about customers like, franchises, or, anything multi-site facilities, or where they're going to have multiple recorders, it's going to be really, really easy for you as a dealer to not only create that hierarchy and then give that customer access only to what they need to see, but then you can come in and you can see everything that you've deployed, right? So, 10 McDonald's locations will all show up, and then the recorders underneath. So it's really, really clean and easy. What I want to show you now is just kind of the process of actually onboarding a customer. And again, this is really something we wanted to make as simple as possible. So what's great about this is you guys actually have the ability to just go do this. You don't have to call us to do this after the initial setup process. So after I set you up, or we set you up in the system, this is all you. The training wheels are off. So all you got to do, you log in with your dealer login. You'll see this page. You're just going to enter some really basic customer information, email, name, company name. You're going to pick Do you want to bill monthly or do you want to bill annually? Then we've added some kind of extra information on the bottom here, and this is really more so for you than anybody for billing sake. So you can put a job name, you can put a PO number, so that when it does bill that first of the following month, you're going to know exactly, who's getting billed for what. So after you fill that out, you go ahead and you click next. From this point, you're just entering some really basic information for the actual recorder. So you can give it a name, put in its IP, its basic credentials, and then you're going to go ahead and hit submit. So from that point, all you're going to do is you're going to check each box on what camera or what channel you want to go ahead and add to the service. What's really awesome about this is it's not an all or nothing setup. So, talking to some of you and a lot of our dealer partners, they may have customers where they really want some cloud backup, but it could be cost prohibitive or bandwidth prohibitive for them to do it on every single camera on their system. So with hybrid, you've actually got the freedom to where, like this, for example, we got 8 channels. You want to enable 2, that's fine. You go ahead and do it.
Yeah, and Bryce, I think there's a ton of applications, right? When I think about our dealers and who they serve, you got customers that may have a pretty comprehensive camera system, but there are those kind of key critical coverage areas, like an alleyway that leads to a loading dock, right? Kind of a side entrance gate that, they've experienced vandalism or incidents coming through, right? So those folks that want to have that kind of comfort and peace of mind that they're always going to have that video available when they need it, but not have to put the entire system on the cloud, this is perfect for that.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Chris. And, to that point, the customer can not only add that extra storage without adding any extra hardware, which is a really big call out. They can also do things like tie together locations, their footages, right? So you're giving them kind of 2 or 3 basic cloud benefits without adding any extra hardware, which is pretty unique right now in the marketplace. So from that point, you've chosen what channels you want to deploy. You go ahead and you click deploy. From that point, again, just to keep it as simple as possible, it's going to generate an email. It's going to go to your customer. They've got, I believe it's 30 minutes for security's sake to get in, and what they're going to do is they're going to read the terms, just like on iOS, right? Is a good example. So you read the terms, you go ahead and you log in, you accept. You're going to log in with your email and then your temporary password. When you log in the first time, the customer will then just pick their new password. So you're not having to finagle, creating them a password or having to do a reset, anything like that. It's totally on them. Very, very simple. From that point, they've got access, they're live, they're good to go. So what they can see when they log in, as I hop back over here. So let's say, just for the sake of this kind of test run here, I'll pretend that I'm Robbie. So we can go to Robbie's home system here, and we can pull up this live alerts page. So really clean and easy. And this is when we're talking about that, 6 months of storage, this is what we're talking about. So you can see on the left here, I've got tons and tons of events that the camera has pulled. And it's very, very accurate to the point where it's going to take all those motion packets from your recorder, and it's going to trim down about 95% of them. So really your archiving is going to be very, very applicable, very specific to what the parameters that you set, right? So you can see here, for example, we've got a vehicle. So what we can do here actually is we can, and one real quick disclaimer, the resolution is probably a little bit degraded on your guys' end. It's probably going to look a little bit better on your customer's end just because it's going through Zoom. It is a pretty good picture actually. So we can click on alert link here. We can actually pull up each frame of the detection, get a little bit bigger here. So if you want to see, hey, what type of car was that? We can go ahead and scroll through. Same thing if you're looking for a little bit more facial recognition, forensic descriptors of what actually happened in frame. It's a really, really clean and easy way to go back and grab that data. Really simple.
And you can also forward this, the clips and video to whomever through the system. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah, yeah. So when you're talking about doing things as simple as, getting on, accessing that archive data, sharing it to people within your organization or the authorities, it's really, really simple to the point that, there's not a whole lot of training involved in this, honestly.
And guys, just so you know, you can, when you go into search, you can just type in the camera name and it'll search. And we're, as a little teaser, we're working on some newer analytics that Bryce will be able to show you all in just a second, that we're future proofing this out to really differentiate you in the market.
Yeah, so basically this product it's going to be kind of dynamic going forward, and there's going to be a lot that's going to be evolving. So you'll see, like, here's a good example. This is actually Robbie in his garage holding a tiny little 380. And this is a great example of how powerful the analytics are. This is actually a preview of a gun detection. So you'll see it's grabbing that tiny, tiny little handgun out of Robbie's hand. And you can see it's extremely accurate. So we think, over the course of the next, 12 months, how this product looks right now and where it is a year from now, it's probably going to be in two different places. And it's going to be pretty exciting what we're going to be able to do with this from an analytics standpoint. So, yeah, just stay tuned. We're very, very excited for the future.
Hey, Robbie, we've got a couple of questions about, firewalls and access and stuff like that. Why don't you go and kind of speak to that?
Yeah, so currently it's just like if you were going to have your video monitor at a central monitoring station. So like, how we, if you do or don't know, we integrated with MX, which is the premier central monitoring back-end software. So just like if you're doing that with MX, you have to open up one port. That's it. And then you can put in the IP address or the DDNS information, just like you kind of have done for the last decade. Things that another teaser that we're working on is we're going to continue to evolve this and to make it even easier and easier. So we're actually kind of working through the process of what it would look like to grab the P2P creds only without any ports open. So, as Bryce kind of mentioned, we're working to just really differentiate you and to have a very robust hybrid model. That's things that we're always thinking about, and we're listening to each of our dealers' feedback, and we're working to execute that. So right now we're at parity with everybody else in the market as far as like, one port and, it's up and running, but there's more to come to that.
Great.
Go ahead, Russ.
Yeah. Well, I guess the last thing I would say is just, when you think about adding on this service to recorders you're already selling, one thing that's kind of gained some traction in some dealers' minds and some conversations I've had recently is just having a pathway to get some recurring revenue that you would normally be missing out on. So, I mean, I kind of looked for a caveat at the beginning of all this, to be honest, because I'm like, well, where, what was there an extra device? What are we talking? No, there's nothing. So you're literally just picking which channels you want to turn on, getting some RMR on that, whether you don't have to do it monthly or annually, and kind of taking advantage of that business you would probably be losing out on. So pretty exciting opportunity.
It is exciting, and especially when our dealer partners think about their install base, being able to go back to those previous Alibi recorder installations and being able to offer their customers this, it's kind of an upsell for an already installed system. So don't just think about this with new installs, but think about how you could leverage this solution to go back to your current customer base, those folks who may have inquired about cloud, some sort of cloud solution in the past, and now you have an option to give them, right? They can do one camera up to as many as they want on the solution. And it's just a powerful, really smart tool to be able to give them.
Definitely. Yeah, and then I'll just leave you all with more than happy to go, a lot more in depth with any of you on a one-on-one basis. So just, ping me. We'll get you onboarded into the system. You can start turning people on right away. So
yeah, and I think that's important to know. What we're asking is that we have a certification program on this. It's important that you guys have that 10, 15, 20-minute conversation with Bryce, because there are some technical aspects to this. We're going to walk you guys through, the proper port scope, and we're going to, explicitly show you guys how to get into the system once you're activated, your role in that versus what your customer is going to see. So the beauty of this is that, it's super quick, it's super easy. We'll go into a little bit more detail about what that entails, and then we're also going to show you guys, when you become a certified Alibi Hybrid Cloud dealer, some of the assets and resources we're putting behind making you guys successful out there in the marketplace.
Awesome. Well, I'll go ahead and turn it back to you, Chris. Thanks again, everybody, for your time.
See if I can get over to my presentation here really quick and efficiently. All right, can you guys see on my screen? All right. So in summary, this works with all Alibi IP and HD recorders, witness and vigilant, right? Newer existing installs, that's an important differentiation that we just talked about. You're not limited just to new installs. We mentioned the video clips, right? These are all motion-based or motion-triggered events that we're pulling up to the cloud. Unlike some of the other cloud-based systems or solutions, I think about alarm.com or some of the other competitors, a lot of those have kind of limits on the number of clips that they're willing to store for you guys. So this is unlimited, right? 180 days by camera. And then more importantly, it's an incredible opportunity to add to that RMR base. So if you guys are alarm and bird guys, this is another great opportunity to tie into that RMR and build that base of business. The built-in analytics are unsurpassed, right? We had a couple cameras, our Witness SmartSense cameras, that were kind of designed this way, right, to really eliminate false alarms. They didn't work super great. That's why they became EOL, as we went back to the manufacturer and tried to work on the analytics to make sure that they operated the way we expected them and the way you guys expected them to. This software that we're analyzing or using to analyze the events is incredible. And Bryce gave you kind of a teaser on some of the additional analytics that we're going to potentially roll out in the next 12 months. But really super powerful stuff, and really reduces the number of false alarms. And then that system health monitoring piece is really, really nice too. It's just, you get customers that call up, right, and they had an incident and they thought they were recording, and something happened with their solution and they didn't know about it. And then it becomes a fire drill, right? Well, why wasn't it working? Well, this solution gives you, light system health monitoring, so you can notify your customers proactively if their cameras or recorders are offline and not recording. So just super powerful stuff. And when we talk about certified dealer programs, this is where we get really, really super excited, right? So we're going to have consumers calling in for this, right? Hybrid cloud is something that, as we're out there marketing this, consumers will come across this. As a certified dealer, you're going to have priority for hybrid cloud consumer leads, right? So if you're not certified, you don't get kind of thrown into that basket when you become certified. And again, a 10 to 20-minute conversation with Bryce, so we can go through some of the technical aspects, talk about messaging, how you market this is really, really important. Then you're in the queue for some of those consumer leads. You get access to Bryce and his team, right? You get a dedicated cloud support team. So if you're just starting to sell this solution and you're not super comfortable with it, engage with Bryce, right? He can help demo this for your customers and help make the sales process easier, right? So really, really, we're putting a lot behind this because we think it's really important to support you guys with this new initiative. We've got Alibi Hybrid Cloud marketing materials. I'll dive into those in just a second, as well as hybrid cloud microsites. So when we talk about Alibi Hybrid Cloud materials, one of the things that I want to make sure I'm sharing my screen. Do you guys, Bryce, do you see the website up?
I do.
Okay, cool. So as you guys know, when you go into Alibi Security and you log in, there's this My Dashboard tab. Once you're logged in, right, you go to My Account. That's your dealer dashboard. I mean, ask me to log in. Okay, nope, you didn't. So we've added some tabs over here for certification, right? So we've got this Alibi Hybrid Certified tab. I'm going to click on that. we're populating this with a bunch of resources for you and your team. So you go out and start marketing this, right? So we've got a customer one-sheeter that you can print off and start handing out from a sales collateral perspective. We're giving you email copy. We're giving you social media copy. There's actually some digital resources. I'll show you this on another tab. We're going to give you the ability to link to a hybrid cloud microsite from your website, right? So we're standing up a hybrid cloud microsite that will be able to make brandable for your business, that you'll be able to tie into your current online property. Then we've got some other dealer resources. We've got certified dealer logos that you can add to your website, that you can add to your email footers, right? There's different formats of those. We're going to continue to build out this resource library for our certified dealers as we get feedback from you guys. So if there's things that you guys don't see here that you think you may need or want, there's a link here, this form, right? Click this. It'll ask you a couple questions. Hey, what else can we provide for you? What additional tools do you need in order to be successful selling this solution? Okay. And then under Alibi Arsenal, this is our business enablement tab, right? We've also got a Alibi Hybrid Cloud microsite. This is an example of what that looks like, right? So here's an Alibi Hybrid Cloud microsite, all modern, responsibly designed. We'll be able to make it brandable for you once you supply your logo, right? So there's some communication we'll need once you're certified about standing this up for you guys. We'll need your logo in the appropriate format, but then we've got a brandable website that you can actually link from your current website to start marketing hybrid cloud. So super powerful stuff, right? Again, we'll continue to build and populate this certified resource tab over time as we get continued feedback, right? So the certification process, we don't want that to sound terrifying, right? You know, it's fast, it's free. We want to make sure you guys are set up for success. And we believe that a touch base with the cloud team sets you guys up for success, right? So Robbie, I know that we're super excited about launching this, but more importantly, we want you guys to feel uber comfortable marketing this. So we've got a special promo that I'll let Robbie talk about for dealers that get certified and get their account activated by November 3rd.
Yeah, guys. So, you know, we kind of want to put our money where our mouth is when we start thinking about promos, and we want to get you excited to go out there and offer this. So we're going to be offering, you know, you call Bryce, he'll set up your portal. He'll make sure you're certified and have the site set up. That'll take, you know, 15 to 30 minutes on making sure you can understand and execute the process. After that, any recorder you go sell and install, or any retro offer you go to, you get up to 4 free cameras free for the first month. So we want you to go out there. We want you to find paths to increase your RMR capabilities. And we also want to give you a feature-packed, value-added proposition to help accomplish that. So we have this offer. Everybody who signs up and gets their portal set up in November, they get to have, you know, the 4 free cameras on any recorder. So if you sell 500 recorders in November or December, you will, you know, the first month up to 4 cameras on that will be at no charge. So I hope you find this webinar educational. If you need to do one-on-ones, if you have any questions, please contact us. Bryce will be standing by to get everybody set up on their portal. And y'all should be able to go out and execute today if you wanted to.
Yeah, so I've put the phone number up there, right? So you can get in contact with your account manager who can connect you with Bryce.
Pull the phone number back up. It's your
website. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I did want to flip back to so here's our main phone number. I was looking at my presentation view. So contact an account manager, they can help get you set up. Or what I wanted to show you on the Alibi Hybrid Cloud site, if we go in there, go to Alibi Security under Cloud Surveillance, Alibi Hybrid Cloud. You can click Schedule Demo. There's a form you can fill out as well. Bryce is included on that form. There's a whole cloud team, right? So you can fill this out, give them a couple of optimal times for you, for the certification call. Again, allow 15 to 20 minutes, submit, and then we'll get back in touch with you guys. So the multiple ways to kind of arrange to have a certification session, either call and arrange them through your account manager or fill out that form and we'll get back in touch with you guys. So we're trying to make it super simple and super easy. I don't want to gloss over any other Q&A that we have, but are there any other things that we need to cover, Robbie, that we haven't already live on the webinar?
No, I think we kind of hit the nail on the head. I really cannot tell you the hundreds and hundreds of times we've heard dealers ask for an easy cloud hybrid, you know, something that where they're going in and installing their on-premise recorders and they just want to activate a few cameras, right? That's what this is giving you. It also gives you light health monitoring to notify you if their machine is going bad. All too often, we have customers play the set it and forget it game, and then something goes wrong and there's no video. This protects them for that, and it'll notify them if their box is going offline or if there's a problem. You know, this really does several things for you, and it gives them peace of mind all along the way because it's going to give them 6 months worth of recording. If you look at our competitors and you look at Ring or any of these big name consumerish styled competitors, when they're doing their clip backup, which is usually just motion clips, it's 30 days is kind of just what you get. You know, y'all are going to be able to go out and offer something that gives you 6 months worth of recording. And that's a big differentiator. I mean, you know, when you're selling on-prem, you've got 2 to 4 weeks worth of recording on site. This is going to give them 6x that or 10x that or whatever your storage is. It's going to give you, 6 months for sure. So, you know, we're really looking for ways to help you differentiate yourself from all the other competitors, including the big box companies that your customer will bump into.
Yeah,
And
that's well said, Rob.
okay.
Well said. And again, we're bringing these solutions to market based on dealer feedback, right? Robbie's frontline, his team's frontline. They hear this all the time. That's why we're delivering the solution to you guys. Bear in mind that this webinar is recorded. We will get this posted up on YouTube probably tomorrow. We'll get this downloaded as quickly as we can. But if you wanted to rewatch the webinar or share it with your teams, go out to the Alibi Security YouTube channel. It'll be out there tomorrow, available for you guys. And then more importantly, while you're out there, make sure you subscribe, click the little bell as well. We've got over 250 videos out there. We're putting new videos up all the time. And the only way you get notified is if you click that bell, right? This is a great tool for your techs, for your installers, especially with our new Vigilant line. We've got tons of resources out there to make your job easier, okay? All right, team, we appreciate the Alibi team today. We appreciate everybody else who joined us for this webinar. As Robbie said, we understand how valuable your time is, how limited it is, and we appreciate you guys spending this time with us to learn more about Alibi Hybrid Cloud. And we're looking forward to talking to you guys and helping you guys sell and install the solution out there and helping you make your community safer, smarter, and more secure with this awesome hybrid cloud solution. So thanks so much.